To week 3 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Eagles and the Saints, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and second in black and gold.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Carr right away going to look to throw. There's Chris Olave. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Here's Carr to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Carr. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Carr. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
We're not even a quarter way into the season. He's already off to a pretty nice start. NFC Offensive Player of the Week in last week's game.
Yeah, week 2, he was electric. See what week 3 has in store. Here's Hurts to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. And you look at this Saints defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a number 1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
The numbers for Johnson in last week's game: 6 catches, 74 yards. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
3rd down and 1.
Here's Carr.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Carr. Caught. It's Wilson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Going right back to Wilson.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
All right, let's control the clock here.
Carr now to throw.
This one taken in by Olave.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores, but he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Throwing is Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here are the Saints to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Carr going to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing now is Carr.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Kamara up the middle. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On play action, now Carr.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at about the 14. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
3.5 to go, first quarter.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Well, this defense for the Saints, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The Eagles at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL. And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
They go play action with Hurts.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Carr. Complete to Olave on the out route. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Play action. Now it's Carr. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Olave motioning to the left. Carr to throw again. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Carr. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Here's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. To throw his Carr. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Again, they'll throw with Carr. It gets this complete to Shaheed. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. As Shaheed going to go in motion. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Here's Carr to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
You want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
This is caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here we go with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The point after, good by Groupie. And it's now 14-0. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
In motion left goes Smith. Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Hurts to throw. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and Derek Carr ready for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. To throw, it's Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Carr now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Carr going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. As Shaheed going to go in motion. Carr. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Carr. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Caught by Wilson. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now Carr again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On play action, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now Carr. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, it's Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have the football at their own 1 yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Back to throw now in his own end zone. This short throw caught by Goddard.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports halftime report. Time for a look around the NFL here in week 3 of the new year. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Browns who have the lead in the second quarter. Jerry Jeudy, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Josh Jacobs with both of their touchdowns thus far as he scored twice on the ground. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And that one all tied. We just watched a solid first half from the veteran running back, Alvin Kamara. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in bout.
That one out wide and intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Now after the INT, it's Carr.
He completes it to Olave.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Juwan Johnson
from 3 yards out.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And it's now 21-7.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So Frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Now their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Carr.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
To throw is Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Carr to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now it's Carr.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
In motion left, the tight end. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara.
His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Quick slant, Dotson.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Credit Brian Brzee in there to greet him and drop him for a loss. Hurts.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
From midfield, here's Carr.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. A 10th carry for Kamara.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
To throw, it's Carr.
Tries the left side and finds Olave.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Shotgun now for Carr.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing now is Carr. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Kamara. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's Hurts to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Now Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 6. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. Here's Carr. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Hurts. This pass hauled in by Dotson. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Dancing to his left. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. They'll look to throw now on first down.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They begin on the ground with Kamara.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now Carr.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
Smith, the man in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's got Smith here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. They'll look to throw here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Colin Saunders, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Kamara.
Reed Blankenship delivering the hit.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Again, it's Kamara. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Hurts.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw again. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be the last points of the